Hey guys, Cindy over at paper.old.new. Thanks for coming by and spending some time with me today. I wanted to say that I have been a little remiss in my my video intro, I guess you call them. I have to say thank you to the Lord for all of my blessings that allow me to do this. I mean, my channel isn't big and my shop isn't big, but I get to do this because I'm very blessed, and I have to thank the Lord for that. And I also thank my husband for, I've been a stay-at-home mom forever, so I thank my husband. And then finally, I want to thank all my subscribers who have joined into my channel and come on here, and they watch my videos, and they make comments. I get comments here and there, and all of that sort of thing. I've had a few people go into my shop and buy something. So I thank all of you for all of that, and, I hope that we can grow together. But I just wanted to put that out there. Now, I would also like to say that this is the end of week 3 of the school year. And can I just say it's really hard to sit around all the time on my computer, like, the whole day. I know this is what people who work in offices do. Don't get me wrong. And I have the freedom to, like, do what I want, so I get bored. And so remember when I said I wasn't going to be doing any more hauls? Well, there's, like, within 10 minutes of her school or less, there's a Hobby Lobby, an Ollie's, a Goodwill, 2 American Rescue Workers, one tiny one bigger one. What else? I'm trying to think of what else. Oh, a TJ Maxx. So this haul is going to be coming to you from 5 places, and I'm just going to, there's bags down here on the floor around me, and I'm just going to pull them up here, whatever's in them. I'll tell you where they're from, or you'll be able to see by what's on the bag, and we're just going to go through all this stuff. This has been collected over the course of a week and a half, so it's not timely necessarily for when I got it. I didn't, go out shopping yesterday, and this is all the stuff I bought. This has been, collecting over the course of a week and a half or more. Anyway, all right, let's jump in. I'm going to start with whatever is back here behind me, and I'm going to grab a bag. Oh, this happens to be Ollie's. Look at that. So I went to the Ollie's in Lycoming, Pennsylvania, and they had some stuff. This is... I still have that glare. I do have one overhead light, so I do have a little bit of glare. This is some, I think they're supposed to be, yeah, it's a planner stamp set. So you've got, all the days of the week. I don't know if the months of the year are on here. They are not. But you have things like dream big, remember, don't forget the best, you're a gem, my birthday, stuff like that to put in your calendar. I thought some of these little sayings would be fun to put on, tags and things in journals. So that's why I got this. Now, not all of them, but, it depends. I mean, if you're making some sort of a planner journal, or you're using something that looks like it has calendar page and you wanted to, stamp a random day on there or something, not that it had anything to do, but just for decoration on the page, I might use them then. The little arrows I thought were cute. So, yeah, I thought this was fun. And this was on the dollar table. I have noticed that a lot of the Ollies, if they are still continuing to get in stuff from the American Crafts and all that, they're starting to move stuff around. So, I found some more of the Cricut things. These ones are a different size. These ones are square. So, whereas the other ones... I happen to have another one of the ones because I was messing with it the other day. Whereas the other ones are like this, the oblong or the rectangles. These are square. And it's the same thing. You have cards, inserts, and envelopes. I will say, let's see what kind of envelope you get. I like to know what kind of tabs they have. Whether they're straight across or... whether they're the triangle tabs or the straight across tabs. Flaps. You guys know what I'm talking about, right? Look. It's been a rough... This getting used to getting up early is rough stuff. I haven't done this much getting up early in years. Oh, the whole thing comes. They're in a sleeve. Okay. Okay, so that's kind of interesting. I don't have anything shaped like this. So that's kind of nice to have something different than... Now, as I was saying, they're starting to take some of this stuff that they're getting from these bankruptcies, and they're actually paying attention, and it won't go back in its box. There it goes. They're actually starting to pay attention, and they're starting to put stuff on the other aisles and not necessarily do the dollar price point. So these were $2.50 a piece. So I got some more of those. The plain cards and stuff are nice to have. You can do tons of stuff with them. I found these at Ollie's. These were only 99 cents, and I don't have any. I didn't even know they made these. These are index cards with... I'm sorry, guys. I know. I should do down here. This is where I turn my light off so you guys wouldn't get glare, and I'm putting it up there under the light. Like I said, it's been a week. Okay, so these ones are like this. The grid. I've never seen graph paper index cards before, and I thought that was really neat. They're kind of thin. It's a very lightweight card. They're not... I would almost say it's a thick paper rather than a lightweight card, but they're not like your typical index card. They're a little lighter. I got 2 packs. They were 99 cents a piece. So they're just over in the school supply section. I don't know that those came from the... Also, I got some more of this. Now, again, like I said, these were, the first time I bought them, they were on the dollar in boxes on that display that they do in the center of the store for the American Crafts, and they were $1. They've moved them since over to that office supply / craft supply aisle, and they are now $1.99. But I got these because they're, if I'm not mistaken, they're all like, yeah, it's gold, silver, black, and white. So they're all like neutral-ish dyes. So I got some of those. They're for resin, but we're gonna do an experiment. I'm gonna take you down to my old craft area, and we're going to do an experiment one of these days. I'm throwing trash on the floor. Now I got a bag. All right, now, Hobby Lobby. This happens to be from Hobby Lobby. Okay, this was in the cake aisle. Not for nothing. It was 49 cents, marked down from $1.99. It was on clearance. It's basically one of those things where you're supposed to, I don't even know, I'm not a baker, but apparently you can smear icing into these like we do with texture paste. And it makes decorations on cake. So, this one is, you know what? If I take it out of here and lay it on the board, there'll be a contrast. This is the only thing in this bag. I wandered in there and I found this and really not much else. Can you see that? It's like rows of dots. I'm trying to think of what I could put it on that you'd be able to see it better. I don't have anything to hand. My place is a mess, but I don't have anything to hand that would work. So it's just like a really long row of little dots and then a shorter row of larger dots. And then this one is a little bit longer than this one, but shorter than that one. And it just makes this pattern on the cake. Can you see the rows of dots on there? So that's what this is. And I thought it was cute. And it's just a stencil. And it was 49 cents. I will say it's hard. You're hard pressed to find, like, if you go in the aisle where the stencils are at Hobby Lobby. I think they just recently did an overhaul of their stencils. And the only reason I say that is because they've got new Paper Studio. They've got new Paper Studio lines of paper out. And some of the stencils that are on the aisle now match the Paper Studio stuff. Okay, I want to get this up and out of the way. This was in the clearance aisle over by framing, where you buy frames and you get mats. I'm pretty sure what they do now, I don't know, I didn't open this, but I'm pretty sure by looking at it, it was $5. I'm pretty sure this is a stack. For $5, I got a stack of what do you call it? Mat board cutoffs. You know, when you're making a frame, and see, what's funny to me is this piece looks like it could still be used. I mean, you could still cut out of that to put a frame. But I guess not. I don't know. But for $5, these will make great journal covers. I can cut these down and make journal covers out of them. And there's a whole stack of them here. And you don't even have to, like, this one's got texture, like a mild texture to it. It's torn, so maybe that's why this one's in here. But it's got like a mild cloth-like texture to it. And then you've got this one. This one's got a heavier texture, and it even looks like fabric. There's a blue one. I'm trying to see if there's anything. Oh, there's some of this in here that looks like gold. But it's all different sizes and shapes. And let me see. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, it looks like, 27 boards. And of course, 27, especially with these larger ones, this one is 19 inches wide by 15 1/4 inches. So it's 15 1/4 inches by 19 inches. So I could probably get, not for nothing, like if I was to cut this in half and then cut it in half this way, I could get 2 journals, a back and a front. So yeah, I mean, I was like, I'm going to buy one of these and have no place to put it. That's what I'm going to do. Okay, now, let me see. What else? Oh, also at Hobby Lobby in the clearance section, same time I got the mat board, they had in the clearance section a bunch of this. This is all felt, right? I thought this would make fun, like, I got a lot of the animal print because I thought it would make fun journal covers. These were 24 cents a sheet, normally $1. So I got zebra print. I got this fun marble pattern. These were also 24 cents. Some of them are a little more expensive because they are not just felt. So I got this camo print. I was trying to get them, since they're 24 cents, I was trying to get them in like 4 for $1, but this was all the camo print they had. And then I got giraffe. I am planning, I mean, I have several little golden books that have animals in them, several of them with jungle animals, and then I've got a pad of Bo Bunny paper, which was in a haul that I did last year. That's all like jungle safari print. So I thought it would be fun to get some felt that went along with this. These were 49 cents. These are vinyl. So that's a vinyl snakeskin. I got 2 of those. There was only one of these. I thought the pattern was kind of cool. This was also 49 cents. It's also vinyl. You can see it. It's shiny. And then I got these. These were 87 cents. I'm not really sure why these were so much more expensive. And this one is thicker than this one. I don't know what that's all about either. The backs even look different. But they're normally $3.49, so 87 cents. But there, as you can see, it's some sort of scale pattern, probably supposed to be dragon scales, if I had to guess. And it's got the copper. Oh, maybe it says on here. No, they covered it up. So if it does say what the pattern is supposed to be, I can't see it. It doesn't. They don't put a pattern, like a name, you know, sometimes they name the patterns or the pads or whatever. Anyway, so I got that. So I thought these would be fun to cover journals with, or I don't know. I just thought they'd be fun. All right, what do we got? Okay, back to Ollie's. This is just a bag. I'm only going to pull one of these out of here because I think it's all the same. This particular Ollie's happened to have, this is the Ollie's in Lycoming again, happened to have a paper pad that I don't have. And you know me and paper pads, guys. They're like crack. That was an awful thing to say, I know, but I mean, it is what it is, right? But this was on the dollar table, so I mean, it's kind of hard, I'm pretty sure. I don't think, I'll look on the back when I get this cut open, and we'll see. I'm pretty sure this was on the dollar table. So as you might be thinking, seriously? Okay. Yeah, see, there's no price tag on this. So this was on the dollar table. It is a recollections pad, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. And it's called the Avenue. And I just thought it was really cute. So let's go ahead and flip through it, and we'll see what we got. We got this cute page. I liked the little, they're kind of like little whimsical, I guess I can center it. It's not double-sided. Then we get this plaid. It looks like it's 2 designs of each. The little houses. Love that. You know me and polka dots, guys. I can't leave behind polka dots. Some black gingham. I thought these little wreaths with the butterflies were cute. Here's a, like, messed up polka dot. I don't know what you call that. It's a dot pattern of some kind. Little frames in different shapes. I just thought this was kind of a fun little whimsical pad. Make yourself at home, come as you are, home sweet home, stay a while, heart and home, so phrases. I like the color. There's another gingham kind of a paper. That's really cute. I would probably cut this up. That would be a fun little insert, like a to fold in the middle of something. Okay, and then we got a sheet of tags, whatever your opinion is on those. 2 sheets of tags. Okay, I like that. That's really pretty. I like that. Ooh, these are foil. I didn't notice. Did those flowers? Yeah, the flowers have foil too. Have I been missing all the foil? No, I think all the foil's up front. Well, no, that has foil on it. And the tags have foil. Sorry, I was not paying attention. There you go. It's gold. Okay, I love the little houses. I don't know what it is, but I think they're cute. All right. And here's some of the, I have a love-hate relationship with the 6x6 cards, just because, I mean, like something like this would be easy. You could cut out just the house and make it a journaling card. A 6x6 card is kind of hard to use. Like this one I think would be harder. Now you could tape 2 together and make it a piece to sew in. That has foil on the leaves too. I really like that pattern. That's cute. Okay, and then we have this. These are another page that's hard for me to use. Because once you cut it down to fit in a journal, unless you cut this strip and this strip off and leave yourself the border on either side. Because otherwise it's uneven. It's got like a bottom and a top and then it's open at the top. I don't know. That just doesn't look right to me. Of course, that's a personal thing. So, you know, do what you will. Do with it what you will. And then we have some more tags. I think these are cute. Okay, so that's that, and I got 4 of them because you know me. If it's $1, yeah. Okay. Let me see. What else? What else? What else? What else? We're gonna wander over to. Oh, I found one. I found the smaller of the 2 American Rescue Workers. Oh, those are supposed to be for my daughter. But I gave her some of mine, so I guess I'll just take these back. They were only 69 cents. So, yeah. And then I found this little golden book. I've never seen this one, and it's Noah's Ark, and it was adorable, so I grabbed it, and it was like, I don't remember what she said, 50 cents or something. So, yeah. I mean, and then American Rescue Workers does the thing where you can accrue points. You give them your phone number, and you can accrue points. And I had points, so I ended up, like, I used what I was stored up and got a discount. I don't know. Sorry, I didn't want to sit there sniffling through the whole video. Okay, let's see. Alright, let's go back to Ollie's. I do have quite a few bags from Ollie's. So I guess this is a mini Ollie's haul with other things tacked on. Okay. Alright, so I found this pad. Again, like I said, this one was not on the dollar table. These were $1.99. As you can see, that one's bent. I'm going to put one of them down here. So we only need one. And it says 15 designs, 30 pages. So it's a color box. So as you can see, it's all these really cool marbly designs. Now, I like the fact that they're like, you have some that are multicolored, like this one, and then you have some that are not, like that one. But these are, because they're all pretty unique in their design. I don't know, I feel like they would make great backgrounds to put stuff on. Like you could layer them up with flowers and just all kinds of stuff, lace, and have them in the background. So that was my thought when I saw them, is they would make great background paper. The ones that are lighter, you might even be able to write on, but I don't know. I'd have to look. I'm trying to think of, like, I don't know, maybe not. Like that, you could write on that. So it could be the background of a card, like the back of a journaling card. You might be able to write on that. It would depend on what you use to do the writing. That. Some of it not, some of it maybe. So anyway, got that. Oh, okay. Unbeknownst to me, because I didn't pay attention, these were on the dollar table. There weren't a lot of them left, so I'm not going to send anybody running to Lycoming if you're near the area, because I don't necessarily know that these will still be there. I bought 3 of them because I wasn't paying attention to the back of the box, where it told you that in every one of these stacks of Project Life cards, there's like 5 of each copy. So like, I've already opened some of them, put them away, because I knew I was only going to open one of these boxes, because they're all the same. But see, there's like 5. No, there's not. There's like 10. Well, let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, and they're all, I got this kind of, this style of Project Life card I already had some of, but in a smaller size. Let me see. This was one of my very first sets of Project Life cards, and as you can see, they go. And these were the ones that fit into those little Instamax camera books. And then you have these that fit into a regular, they fit into a regular scrap. You guys notice my chair? Ever since I moved up here, I've got this squeaky chair whenever I move. Anyway, so there were these, and as you can see, there are a ton. And I bought 3 boxes, okay? And in these 3 boxes, you have these stacks. You've got 4 stacks that are this thick, all right? And like I said, you get 7 of each design. So what I have decided is this box that I'm opening on here is probably going to go into, I know I keep talking about these, and one of these days when I have time, which is never, I'm going to sit down and do it, and I might even do it on camera so you guys can see what's going into them when I make them. And I'm talking, of course, about the bundles that I want to sell. I am thinking about opening this up and putting cards, like Project Life cards, in the bundles. That way I can, you know, share the wealth. The big ones are a little different. The big ones were set up so that you could make, hold on a sec. Those ones aren't. Those are just, and there's only 2. And then, so like this says live beautifully, and they connect, and then on the back it suggests where you could put them in one of those little I guess those are you know, scrapbooking, but in the plastic sleeves with the divider pockets. I don't remember what those are called. Pocket pages, I guess. And then you would put these next to each other across the top in the 2 4x6 slots and go like that. And then you may put a row of pictures and then some more pictures, or they also have these. So again, it has suggested placement. So it's suggesting that you put them like this or like this. All right. So these are in pairs that go together. Here's another one that makes a word. That says life. So it's a whole bunch of those, and they're suggested that you put them in the pocket pages in a specific way so that you make a little. And then some of them are just this, where you have the book plate, and on this side it goes horizontally, and then on this side it goes vertically. So some of them are like that with design. So that one's horizontal and that one's vertical, depending on how you want to put it in your book. Same with these, with the faded lines, horizontal and vertical. I'm sorry, I'm trying to do this one-handed. I'm trying to see if there's anything else. And then you have some that are just a journaling card with a saying. I don't know that you want to flip through these entire. Keep going no matter what. And then on the back, there's a place to put notes. Fall in love with as many things as possible. And then on the back, it says dreams and wishes. So, you know, you and me, be forever who you are. That's a popular saying, be forever who you are. So the adventure begins, and then you are here. So if you're going someplace, create your own adventure about us. So you get the idea. And these were on the dollar table. So I grabbed 3 boxes. When I saw how many cards were in them. So I was like, well, I don't need, you know, too many more boxes than that. But I was expecting them to be like lots of different cards. And, you know, boy, was I surprised when I saw that it was not. Let me see if I can. Oh, it says right here, 616 cards in each box. So, yeah. So, I don't want to talk about it. Oh. So, I might have lied. I might have gotten 4 boxes. You know, like I do paper pads, 4 pads. Okay. Also, as usual, they had paper. So they had this paper. This was, I like to do these 25, I don't mind doing these 25 packs if it's something that I feel like I can use a lot of. This reminded me of an old Victorian wallpaper, and I felt like that would be a very useful piece of paper. Plus, it's Bo Bunny. Bo Bunny always makes really cute stuff. As you can see, it says it was $1. And if I flip it over, it's double-sided. So it's got this really cool diamond pattern on the other side. And there's 25 sheets here. So I've got plenty to use both sides. That was at Ollie's. Let's go to TJ Maxx. I don't think I have a ton of stuff in there, but, you know. I got this gift wrap. This was unique to me. I should say gift wrap. It's tissue paper gift wrap, I believe. Yeah. Okay. Let's pull it out of here. I love the edge. See the edges? They're all scalloped. So you have this bee. That's 2 sheets. This stuff is really thin. So you have this bee. All right. And then there's this black and white polka dot. I don't know if there is 2 there. I'm trying to separate it so that you can see what one's pattern, because you can see through it to the next one, and it's making it off. You see now the polka dots. Okay, and then you've got a gold stripe, and then you've just got some plain white. Now my guess is what they usually, oh, there's a yellow in here. My guess is, like what they normally do with these packages, is it's mostly the white and yellow plain, and you only get a few scattered in here of the decorative. There are more of them in here. It's just that there's not as many. Let's see if it tells you on the packaging. I didn't really pay attention. I just really liked it, so I bought it. It says it's 60 sheets. My guess is at least 30 of them are the white and yellow. Probably more than that. It's not telling me. I feel like that's the way most tissue paper packs are, though. If you ever look at them and you've got these folded designs on the outside, the design tissue paper is usually a very small percentage of the whole pack. So, I thought it would be fun to take them. I like the scalloped edge, and I thought it would be fun to take them and use them as, like, see-through coverings on things, and you could stamp on them. So, I thought that would be fun. Alright, also at TJ Maxx, my daughter got a cake mold, or cookie mold, a cakelet. Sorry, cakelet mold. Okay. I also found these napkins, which I thought were really cute. Again, they have the scalloped edge. I don't need any more napkins, but I will say that now that I know the kinds of patterns and things that I like, the napkins I'm finding now, I'm very, like, picky about what I get. Does that make sense? So this was bees with flowers again, and I got that, so I was like, well, I'm going to go ahead and get this. So let's see what it looks like if I open it up, so we know what a sheet looks like. Again, I thought the scalloped edges were really cute. They had, for Halloween, they had a bunch of, like, shaped napkins. Napkins that were, there you go. You get the yellow flowers and the bees, and it's semi-directional. I mean, you can see where the line meets and the 2 bees that are right next to each other, facing each other. This is a mirror image of that. So, but it's enough of a pattern that you don't necessarily notice it if you were to use a big chunk of it. So that's really cute. I like that. All right, let's see what else we got. Oh, I found these. Okay, these were, it says cocktail hour. It says 50 illustrated cocktail recipe cards. Now, I'm not a huge drinker. You know, occasionally with friends, have a cocktail kind of a deal. But look at that. Is that not adorable? And it's got the recipe, so it's like, this is a Paloma, so it's like 2 ounces of tequila, ½ ounce of lime juice, grapefruit soda, and ice. Fill glass, add tequila and lime juice, stir. Top with grapefruit soda. Enjoy. And then the back looks like that. Okay, there's a mojito, same back. And they're thick. These are thick cards. So I thought I would go through here and find the ones I like or would be willing to try, you know, making myself. And then the ones I don't, if I make some sort of a journal where these would be fun to stick in pockets, I might. Not that I'm trying to encourage drinking, mind you. But I just thought they were fun, and I just thought they were really cute, the way they designed them. So, yeah. I don't know that those were on sale. That might have been a splurge buy. Okay. And then I don't remember if this was Goodwill or, I don't remember where this was. This might have been at one of the little antique shops. I got this because it has lots of little, I mean, as you can see, the paper is hardly used. The book is from Memories of the Heart. 1984. So it's not like early 1900s or anything. But it has, like, the puzzle of life has many pieces, but only one solution. Love alone solves all riddles, answers all questions, silences all doubts. So it was little quotes and things that I thought were really cute, and I thought would be fun to use, like if I wanted to type up the quote and use it on a journaling card. Upon stone is written fact, upon parchment is written wisdom, upon the human heart is written love. I mean, how cute is that? And they're just full of short little things like that. So I got that. I think that was at a local antique shop, and it got thrown in the bag because it was in the back of my car. Okay, now, where are we? Who knows? Oh, all right. I'll grab this. This is Hobby Lobby. You know how Hobby Lobby does. All of their... I don't want to split this haul up, so this is going to be a long video, guys. Sorry. I don't want to do two. All of their Christmas stuff is 50% off. You know how they do that? They bring the Christmas stuff out, or they bring the seasonal stuff out, and they put it on sale almost immediately, which I've always found really interesting. So scattered through here as I open Hobby Lobby bags, you may see a few Christmas things. This is just a cute, fun, whimsical 6x6 pad called Miss Merry Christmas. These are currently at local Hobby Lobbies. That's got glitter on it. It looks like you get 3 designs. Again, with the glitter. I don't know if you can see it. Just kind of a quick flip through. There's some glitter on that one. Presents. A little bit of glitter on there. That's just kind of a pattern that fits the season. I love the doggies. Aren't they cute? Some glitter there. Glitter on the snowflakes. Or, yeah, snowflakes. We have presents. There's no glitter. I don't know why I wiggled that. Stockings. There's glitter on the stripes. Glitter on the fa-la-la. And then all these little frames and ornaments. 'Tis the season. So I got that one. I mostly got for Christmas because they're 50% off. Okay, now, I'm not usually one for the 8.5 by 11 pads. And the reason I'm not usually one for them is because they don't print them going this way. They don't print them horizontal. They print them vertically. Everybody know what I'm talking about? And for the longest time, I was very anti 8.5 by 11 paper pad. But as you know, if you've been following me recently, I've been doing a lot of projects that this is what I'm talking about. So the paper goes this way, right? Which means if I fold it into a book, everything's on its side. Makes sense, right? But I've been doing a lot of those folio things lately, and I got to thinking that these would make really good covers for tall, narrow Christmas folios. I thought this would be a great use for these. And since they were 50% off, I grabbed a few that I liked. So we have this one. Again, they're 3 designs each. 3 of each design, 60 sheets, 15 designs. So there is a little bit of glitter. So you got glitter on the polka dots. Little gingerbread houses. Adorable. It's a bunch of sayings. Warm winter wishes, sweet. Ho ho ho, 'tis the season. With some glitter on there. There's glitter on the lights. I love the lights. I don't know why, but that's like polka dots. I love the strings of lights going all over the place. Candy canes. Stripes. Oh no, sorry. 15 designs, 4 of each. 60 sheets. I can do math. Glitter. I need to cut another cup of coffee. Christmas trees. There's even a gingerbread tree in there. That's cute. And then we got the Nutcrackers sleeping, by the way. Or at least all their eyes are closed. A little Christmas plaid. Some little Santa faces. I would say if I wiggle it, that means there's glitter, but remember I did wiggle the one page that had no glitter. Gingerbread people. And angels. There's some little angels on there, and a little gingerbread girl and a little gingerbread boy. Cute. And then we have this. I like all those. I mean, I like these pages, but I really like these kinds of pages because they make great Christmas backgrounds for you to stick like a Christmas tree on there or, you know, whatever. And they make great pages for you to decorate. So, yeah, like that. So I got that one. And then I got this one. This one's called Walking in a Winter Wonderland. And in one of these bags, I got, they have a nativity one. And in one of these bags, that's in here too. And some of these pads I got because I thought some of the papers you could, like, I tried to make sure that if I was going to get these pads, there were papers that would cross over. Does that make sense? So, like, if I wanted to use the Christmas papers, I could use them in more than one journal. And I could use them with each other. So, here's ornaments. I don't think, this one doesn't say it has glitter. So, I don't think we're going to have any glitter pages in here. There's a nice Christmas plaid again. This one's got more pinks in it. Those are really cute with the wreaths and little birds. So, you've got some foresty stuff in here, but you've also got some whimsical stuff in here. Which means the next pad I'm going to show you is called Country Christmas. So this lends itself to blending with both of these two pads that I've shown you. There's people ice skating, really cute. Car with a Christmas tree or Christmas presents on top. I don't know, it's a little. And then you got your candy cane with your bow. Again, like I said, you can mix them and match them. So this could go with the foresty country, or it could go over with the whimsical. It's got the colors. So, like the poinsettias. And that's just snowflakes. So, like I said, when I was looking through, because they have a whole bunch of these 8.5 by 11 Christmas pads. They also have a bunch of these, the 6x6s. Now, I was looking for matching, but they don't have any of that. So I just, like I said, I settled for finding things that I thought I could mix and match. That was my goal. Here we got the little birds on their branches. Really cute. Poinsettias again, only smaller and on a pink background. And then here we have our ice skaters in the little ski village. Cute. And that's the top of that one. All right. Like I said, this is going to be a relatively long haul. I don't want to split it up. I barely have enough time to edit like single videos, much less trying to break things up and do multiple videos. Like I said, this page right here, I think is my favorite page in the whole pad. Because I was hemming and hawing between this pad and another one that was kind of country, woodsy, cabin, Christmas kind of a deal. And I saw this page and I was like, nope, I'm getting that one. And here's a little quilted Christmas trees. We got Santa. Again, this one doesn't have glitter. Yeah, no glitter. The barns in the country truck. I love the country truck. Okay, and we got plaid with snowflakes. And some holly. There's a wood background back there. I don't know if you can tell from... Okay, and then... oh, Santa at the farm. There's another kind of plaid deal. This one's also got the stitching. So this is almost like a little quilt. The Christmas trees. So cute. That's just red with little holly leaves. This is... Oh, he's ice skating. I was going to say he's dancing a jig, but he's not. He's ice skating. He could still be dancing, but he's ice skating. And then you have the little milk... the metal milk bottles, the old-fashioned ones with the candy canes sticking up or the poinsettias sticking up. There's another plaid. Ooh, I got a wallpaper from someplace that would go with this. It's funny the things we find. This is the poinsettias. Again, it's on the wood planks in the background. And those leaves look like they have red and white gingham on them. So, really cute. Then we have that black and red. Here's just candy canes. They say Merry Christmas, Winter Wishes, Happy Holidays. There's a for you. I thought it was a to from for a second. And then my favorite page, which is like... well, I was going to say all the pages in the pad, but I didn't see this pattern or that pattern, or this pattern. So there's some patterns in here that aren't in the pad, and then there's a bunch of the pages in here. I don't think the tree. All quilted together in like a little patch quilt. I love this page. So cute. Okay, so that's Christmas pads. 50 cents. They're 50% off at Hobby Lobby, so they're $4 a piece for these little pads. And then these little guys are $2.50. If you're interested, they're running their seasonal specials. Okay. This is an Ollie's bag, and my daughter got chips. Okay, at Ollie's, these were 99 cents. I mean, I thought it would be fun to have the stencils because you could stencil letters on, there's also shapes in here, but you could stencil letters on it and make a background out of, overlapping crazy letters all over a page. I thought that would be fun. So, yeah, 99 cents. Okay, more paper stuff. Now, this is Astro, I guess it's like the same company that makes the Astro Brights that you can buy at Walmart. This was $4.99 at Ollie's, as you can see. So, like I said, they are finding this stuff and they're putting it in new places now. And they're not necessarily only charging $1 for it. But it was fall colors. Can you see all the colors that are in here? So you got this lime green, this darker foresty type green, the brown, the mustardy fall yellow, the orange, and then you've got these two purples, like the magenta and the purple, which, as you can see in this picture with the mums and everything, this is like a fall set. And I got it because, well, that says cutting machine decoupage compatible, which it also says solid core. I did not open one of these, but I'm assuming that means that the color goes all the way through. I don't know that for sure, but I like the idea of the color going all the way through in case I want torn edges. And it is cardstock. It says it is 176 gram. It's my phone. 176 gram, or here in America it says 65 pound. But we have a difference between like 65 pound paper and 65 pound cardstock. So for some reason we separate them. I don't know. I was reading about it one time trying to understand, and it just confused me more. I like the gram method. They just continually go up from where they are. Okay, now I don't usually get the textured papers, but I thought this bubble paper was cute. It was in the 25 cents. They sell, at some of them they do these, like loose paper on the craft table for 25 cents a sheet. This was included in the 25 cents a sheet. So I got some of those. I don't know that all this is going to stay on the desk because I'm running out of room. I got one of these. This is a flat, smooth glitter. That makes sense? So it's not sticking up. It doesn't fall off or peel off or whatever. They also had these. I think whenever I find these for 25 cents, I usually spend about $3 and get 12 of them. So that's probably how many I got. I'm not making any promises, but I thought this was, while they could be construed as poinsettias because of the colors and everything, I just thought you could use it Christmas or not. I'm running out of space. There's another one of those. And then I found this one, which was $2.99, and it has, what did it say? I think there's 12 in here. 12 pieces in here, so they were still 25 cents a piece. But it's like a, wait, I can't get it open. Where's it open? I see the thing. Oh, that's underneath. Okay, hold on. It's silver. It's like a matte silver though. And then it's got fibers all over it. It said there were 12 in here. There are not 12 in here unless there's more than one in each sheet, each thing. Which there might be. Let's open one and find out. These are recollections and they are, or maybe they were just sticking together. I don't think you're going to be able to see this the way you did the hologram bubbles. It's like a whole bunch of fibers got laid on the paper and then a silver coating was put over top of them. So, and it's like a brushed silver, as you can see. It's not a shiny chrome silver. So, I got all that. That was it. The Lycoming Ollies. Oh, guys. I think we're almost done, kind of. Okay, this was a kind of a different find. These are gold foil craft paper pages to make, they have templates. It's a template for a rose. I don't know if there's more than one template. But it's to make like paper flowers and stuff. And they are 11 by 17. Oh, and they have an this is a thick acetate piece. Okay, I don't know that you get like a ton of each one, 2 of each one. So, as you can see, it's gold foil on craft paper. And we have anchors. Oh, wait. There's 3 of that one. Oh, there's 3 of each one. 15 sheets, so there's going to be 5 designs in here. So we got anchors, we got polka dots, we got stripes, we got wood grain. That probably is the last one. Okay. And then it tells you that if you want more project ideas to use with these or more templates, you can go to dcwv.com. And that it gives you, I'm assuming these, where you can get, you can make those roses. Can you see the roses hanging on that wall? That's what I think these are for. But, I mean, it's an 11 by 17 piece of paper. I thought it would be great to, if you fold it in half, you've got 5 inches to work, 5 extra inches to work with. You can fold it and then fold the sides again and make pages with tucks on the ends. Or you just have a whole bunch of craft paper with gold foil on it. Okay. This is a Hobby Lobby bag. Oh, I didn't finish this other Ollie's bag. There was something in here that I wanted to show you guys. First of all, in one of the Ollie's hauls, I showed you pantry labels. Well, they had some different ones, so I went ahead and got these. These were on the dollar table. I went ahead and got these in case, like I said, I do that cooking journal. I thought they would be fun to make tags and stuff out of. They have, it looks like 6 pages and each one has 6 different stickers on it. All kinds of things. Honey, quinoa, breadcrumbs. I mean, it's anything you'd ever want to put in your pantry in a container. They got a label for it. Okay. And then I found these. So this is a set of decorative scissors, EK Tools. It's got a, like, I don't know how else to describe it. It's like a pinking, but it's got scalloped edges. And then there's a regular mini pinking, and then there's a scallop. So it was $2.99. Okay, now back to the Hobby Lobby. Okay, clearance. I just thought these were fun. I mean, it's supposed to be like old-fashioned 70s style, I think, but it's in this color. that I thought would go good in. I mean, I'm making some journals right now that some of these would go in. These could get spread out across all kinds of stuff. So, I mean, you can use them in something 70s or retro or not. So I thought that was fun. And it was marked down to $1.12. And then I got this because, Paper Studio was on sale. This pad is called, I don't know why, I've been wanting to get some 6x6 stuff. This one's called Bright Vintage. Oh, I know what it is. So they have a couple of pads at Hobby Lobby where I look at the pad and I'm like, oh, I really like that. And I go looking for it in a different size, and they don't have it in both sizes. Some of their pads they carry in 12x12 and 6x6, and some of their pads they don't. Like that beach one that I got there, I wanted to get in a 6x6. It's like called Coastal something, and they don't carry that one in a 6x6. And then this one, I saw it in a 6x6, and I looked for it in a 12x12, and they don't have it in a 12x12. So I bought it in a 6x6 because I really like the paper. It's it hits that collage-y part of your brain because it's got like a whole bunch of stuff collaged under there, and then the flowers on top, and I don't know. It hits that. It's just really fun paper. I love the fruit. And I have some paper that looks like this. I'm pretty sure I got it at Hobby Lobby, but it's all this. And I saw another sheet that had it on the bottom corner, so. Paper Studio does reuse a lot of their designs. So you'll find, you'll see stuff in a pad that you recognize from another pad, or that you've seen in stickers, or so they have a lot of, and when I say reuse, I mean, it allows you to coordinate, right? A lot of stuff. So, got that. Running out of space, as usual. Found these. Oh, I got some more 6x6 Christmas ones. I forgot I did this. This one I got because of the gnomes. I mean, and then I did get the Yuletide cheer with the pink. Oh, I didn't buy two of those, right? No, Miss Merry Christmas. I almost bought this one again when I got that one. I got this. It was 50% off with all the rest of the Christmas stuff. These are like beaded, like mini, those little blingy gems, the flat back gems. It's like really, really tiny flat back gems that make up these. Actually, it's probably more like glitter glue dots. Now that I'm looking at it. It looks like somebody took glitter glue dots, really tiny ones, and made Christmas trees. And there's 2 sheets in the pack. And I thought these were really cute. And they're on clear. It's done on that vinyl acetate backing. So the backing is kind of that shiny plastic. But the backing is clear, so the little dots will decorate whatever page you put them. I don't know. Do you guys want to look through these again? Or through these? I'm pretty sure Hobby Lobby, the way they do their pads, Paper Studio, I mean, I'm pretty sure all the designs are on the front cover, but because these are 6x6s, I don't know that you can see the front cover. So you've got the stripes, the lights. I'm going to flip through quick because we're already... Oh. Okay, I filmed at the hour mark. Haul videos don't get a lot of editing. So, whatever I film is usually how long my video will be. So, this is going to be a long video, guys. I'm hoping you'll, sit back, relax, and watch it with me. But, like I said, it's all over the place. Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to do that. Stockings, and then that, and then the gnomes and the gnomes and the hot chocolate cups. And the only reason I say hot chocolate cups is because I'm pretty sure those are marshmallows. Okay, and then we have this one. This is the other, these are the other 6x6 pads. And as you'll notice, they are not the same as the 8.5 by 11s. trying to get the... So we have little houses, a little Christmas. We do like the Christmas plaid. There's some snowflakes, poinsettias, mittens. Oh, snow globes with a gingerbread house. Don't stick your gingerbread house in a snow globe. It's a bad idea. More lights, ornaments. I like the hanging ornament ones. I think those are cool. Santa faces. Those almost look like cookies. I mean, you could make, if you had a Santa head shaped cookie cutter, you could make cookies that look like that. Of course, I guess you can make cookies that look like a lot of this stuff, but. More gingerbread houses. I think I've never made one. Anybody ever make a gingerbread house? I've never made a gingerbread house. And there's the ornaments again. Different background, I think. Oh, yeah, blue versus pink. Okay, so got that. All right, and then I got another calendar. Guys, this is also becoming an illness, these calendars. So it's all the animals, but they've got on funny glasses or scarves or, you know, something like that. I don't know if you want to... I feel like we're getting long, so since it's a calendar and you can kind of see all the pictures, I'm just going to kind of do this, and you can take a look at all the images that are on the different months. I just thought it was a lot of fun. And I think I have some stuff that I was going to make a kit out of that's similar to this. You know me, guys, I'm always looking for inspiration for kits. If I find something that I'm going to use and I can make a kit that goes with it. Oh, I got some blue and white washi tape. Again, Paper Studio was on sale, so it's blue and white. I got all that neutral black and white the last time I was in there. Just going to toss that up there. Here's the one I was talking about. This is the Nativity one. And this was when I had the thought to make the tall, narrow folio things that we make with the file folders. I had the thought to use this in one of those. Actually, no. I had the thought to make a journal out of this. Because what I'm going to do, I'm going to make a regular size journal out of this. And I'm going to do the thing where you take 2 sheets of paper and tape them. That's why I got blue washi tape. And I'm going to cut them to fit. And there's the Nativity and the Wise Men, the angel. My idea was to turn the pages like this, put 2 next to each other, tape them together, and make page leaves. And then I could make a regular size journal. And then I got to thinking about the fact that I was using my tall, narrow kits. I make all of my journal kits in this way and this way. So I was thinking I've been using my tall, narrow kits to cover the folios that we've been making. And I was like, you could do that with these 8.5 by 11 pads. You just turn it and the way it goes and you make it. So since there's 4 designs of each page, I can make a regular size journal the way I was telling you. And I could make a, oh, for Pete's sakes, a tall, narrow journal. Guys, I need a nap. Actually, I don't. The reason I've like started it so that I don't get up as early on the weekends as I do during the week. But I'm trying not to totally kill my weekday schedule. Okay, Oh Holy Night, and that one's okay. Now, so I was in Goodwill and I found another one of these. I got it because it was, let me see. Yeah, it's $2.99. And it's another one of these, but it's different than the one I have. And I loved making, I know, you haven't seen the finished. It's not done. That's probably going to be a pick a project. Like when I talk about the pick a project series, I talk about going and finding old projects that you have, that have been sitting around in the background that you haven't done anything with. Yeah, that'll be one of them. But I got another one because regardless of how long it's taking me, it was a lot of fun to make a journal out of this. So I saw one, and I told all you guys on my video, if you see these in a thrift store, grab one and make one of these. They're fun. So, you know, taking my own advice. I also found this Amazing Ideas. This was just something to fold into signatures. It's 40 sheets, and it's got different paper. It was 99 cents. I think the idea behind some of these pads like this is they're supposed to be mouse pads. So you would stick this next to your computer and use it as a mouse pad, and then when you needed to write something down, you've got a pad right there to do it on. But I don't know if you can see it because it's really pale on here. So it's a light green, and then it's got white. There's lines here. There's grid here, and then there's the dot journaling page here. So it's lines, grids, dots, and then there's a whole bunch of sheets. Now, they're white on the back, and it's very thin paper. You can see through it. But I thought it would be fun to fold into signatures. I'm always looking for fun little pieces of paper because I like to have multiple sizes in my journals. So I'm always looking for fun pieces of paper to fold into journals. Now, I was in there and I saw that's the papal symbol on there, and I was curious, so I actually pulled it out of that bag to see what it was. And when I opened it, well, I found this blue tissue paper, which would be fun to use. This is a perpetual mass enrollment, which I don't know if this is still, I'd have to look it up. I don't know if this is still around. It's in Connecticut, and you send this up to these, basically the idea would be to send a donation and ask for perpetual mass for somebody, and then you send them this. And I think it's in memory of someone who's passed, so you would ask for a perpetual mass for somebody who's passed away. And then it had this gorgeous picture of the Blessed Mother in it. And it was, oh, what did I do with the wrapper? It was only $1.49. So, yeah. I went ahead and grabbed it because, I don't know, I didn't like seeing it sit in the pile that it was sitting in. Some of the Goodwills, not for nothing, I mean, they're doing a great job with whatever it is that they do, selling and employing the people that they employ and all that, and giving people opportunities. But sometimes the organization is just a bunch of stuff just thrown into piles. And then the other thing I got there, oh, two things. I got this. This was 99 cents. It's just a little scrap of green gingham fabric. So, or a couple of scraps, or, you know, whatever. It was 99 cents, so I got that. And then I got, not for nothing, I liked the box. These were $1.99. And then there were these 9 cards left in here. And I thought these were really cool because you open them up and they've got the flower here. Now there's a sentiment here. This is a reading from Isaiah in the King James Bible, and a prayer for healing. So they're get well cards, but they have Bible verses in them. And while I probably wouldn't cover up the Bible verse, this side over here I might put some paper on to make it journaling space, and then these could go into a pocket. But look at the pictures on the outside. I mean, not for nothing. And it's funny because I recognized some of these things in the background as those, what do you call them? The French typography things that you can get. If you go to Graphics Fairy, you can get these French typography things that are in the backgrounds of this. I have several of them because I recognized the one on the cover. So, yeah, not for nothing. And then there's several designs of each card. And I think I do have at least one, maybe 2, of each card because there's only 4 designs. So, yeah, I have at least 2 of each card. So, I think it came with 4 of each card. So somebody did use some of them. And then you got this really cool box with a Velcro closure. And then you have, oh wait, there's another one hiding back here. And then you have envelopes. And they're the straight flap. So I even thought I would try and figure out something to do with the box. I just think it would be fun. Because it's already got a closure on it. Okay. All right. I need to stop talking so much. That's the problem. Oh. All right, so I made another trip to Hobby Lobby. I know, I need to stay out of Hobby Lobby. I got these. These are color wash tint for, it says for water-based tint for natural surfaces. I figure paper, it's natural, sort of. So I got that one. This one is copper. It's been shaken up, so you can't see it, but there's, like, see how that's got metallic swirlies in it? I don't know if you can see it or not. See it in there? This one's gold. No, brass. This one is pretty pink. It also had some solids to be shaken up in there, so I think it also has, I think they're all metallic. And this one's Purple Heart. They were marked down to $1.24 a bottle, which was half off. So I got those. Again, this is going to be part of that. I'm going to do a whole series, guys, I think, on ways to play with paper. These were on clearance in the beading aisle. These are little flat back gems, but they're like crystally. More than the plasticky ones that you get at Dollar Tree. They're more gem looking. I don't know. They're more shiny. Something. Okay. And then I got, they had a whole bunch of the envelopes, Paper Studio envelopes, marked down to 99 cents. There are, I thought somewhere I told you how many were in here. Does it not tell you how many are in here? That's weird. I don't want to count them. It looks like maybe 20 envelopes. Maybe. For 99 cents. And so I got several different colors. So I've got like this teal blue and the dark blue and the purple burgundy and this kind of dusty pink. It's nice to have the colored envelopes because they're, when you're making little booklets and stuff out of envelopes, it's nice for the paper to already be colorful. Okay, and then I got, oh, also on sale was this newsprint clear stamp from Bo Bunny and these little, they say iron on. I'm just going to either cut them out or peel them off, however it works, and stick them on pages. Probably with glue and not an iron, but who knows. And then this, like I said, it's one of those scrambly newsprint backgrounds. I have to check all my acrylic backings and see if I've got one that's big enough for that stamp. I don't know if I do. My acrylic blocks. And then I got these. These were in the clearance section, again, over by the framing. They were marked half off. And you flip the little things in and then you can stack another one on top. They fit in the little ridges here. So I got 4 of them and I'm thinking about replacing some bins that I got with these that I can just reach in and grab. And if I have 4, then I can sort stuff in the bins. I'm trying to figure out how to organize my space, guys. All right. Back to Goodwill. Oh, Lord. I got another pad. I found, guys, this is also becoming a thing. I have a collection of Thomas Kinkade stuff, and eventually I'm going to make a Thomas Kinkade journal. I found this. It's full of all kinds of pages from Thomas Kinkade, paintings. It's got these faded paintings in the background, which are like a close-up of something in the painting. And then Laura Ingalls Wilder, Louisa May Alcott. quotes and things to use, and I thought this book was gorgeous. So this was at Goodwill, and I want to say the books, she actually called it a kid's book. So their kids' paperbacks and their kids' hardbacks are a different price than their adult ones, and I think this was $1. I don't even know why I bought that. It's a 99-cent mini composition notebook. And I'm always looking for, hold on a second, trying to see what else is in this bag. Okay, with 4 of those. All right, and then I'm always looking for interesting paper. And what I found interesting about this was whoever had it, it has been sitting somewhere and gotten faded on the edges, at least on the top sheets. But it's like a, what do they call it? They call it Sage Shadow. Maybe it already had that on there then. I don't know. Sage Shadow cardstock. It's from the Stampin' Up! Company. It is, I was looking to see if they had a paper weight on here. I got these at Goodwill. I found this. I thought this was a lot of fun. Again, some fun paper to fold into journals. And then this one, also Stampin' Up! Oh, that one doesn't have a sticker on top. Maybe I can find a 80 pound. 218 gram for all of our overseas brethren who do things much easier than we do. I'm sorry, I know I keep commenting on that. I just think it's funny that their systems tend to be a little less complicated than ours for certain things. Okay. And I have one more bag, guys. I'm pretty sure we're almost done. So if you've stuck with me this long, thank you. So I discovered the other American Rescue Worker shop, which was bigger. And look, I found wallpaper, because Lord only knows I need that. Rolls of it. This is a roll of wallpaper. Can you see how thick that roll is? I have a ton of it. Who knows? Maybe I'll cut sheets off of my wallpaper rolls and put them in the bundles too. But this was entire rolls of wallpaper. And this one was $2.99. This one was $2.99. This one was $3.99. But it's also not opened. I found another one of those mouse pad things. It's to make, to keep track of online shopping. So the name of, I'm assuming the website, the item, the cost, the tracking number, the date you ordered it, the date you received it, and if you returned it. Or when you returned it. I don't know. But this is an online shopping pad, which I thought would be a lot of fun to put in the sheets in the journal. I also found this little recollections pad. This is an odd, I think these are 4x6. 4.5 by 6.5. And it's just a pad of, it's called Little Princess Paper Pad. So it's like all pinks. And it's just stuff that you can use as background paper. And as you can see, it is used. I mean, it was in a thrift store. So, but it's got a ton of paper still in it. And it was only 99 cents. So I got that little guy. Alright, and then I got 3 more things of wallpaper. This one is like, anybody ever collect stickers? This one's like puffy stickers. It's textured, and I thought that would be fun, and it's very neutral. Ooh, it's partially open. Let's see. No, maybe not. I can't tell. Yeah. So it's got a, it's like got foam, it's like got a foam texture to it, which I just thought was, you know, different. And then I got these two because both of them are like the cutout bottom. And I thought these are fun to put, I mean, border pages with them. But I thought it would be fun to put it at the end of, like, if you're making a flippy pad or something, and you wanted to border the end of your flippy pad, give it an interesting, ooh, yuck. Oh, that tape is ancient. Okay, so, ew, don't stick to me. Ew. So, like that. You can border the edges of pages with it and stuff like that. I just thought it would be a lot of fun. And it's relatively thick, so it could stand up to being. It does fold and crease, so it would depend on what you want to use it for as to, you know, whether or not you let it. And then this one is also, I'm afraid to open it now. This one is also, now these were, I want to say that one was $1.99 and this one was $1.49. I want to say this one was $1.49 too. I think it was two of them were $1.49 and one was $1.99. Oh, this tape one here is gross. Oh, this one's not as bad. Okay. Oh, it's got a little. Alright, and then that. So again, it's got a cutout bottom. I just think these are really cool. Now, more than likely, if I stuck this on a paper pad, I would either cut the blue line off or I would glue on top of it, if that makes sense. This looks very 80s to me. All right, guys. I'm looking. I think that's it. I think we have come to the end. So, if you stuck with me for the whole hour and a half, I really appreciate it. Thanks again to all my subscribers. Mostly, thank you. I mean, I am very blessed to be able to do this, so I have to say thanks to the Lord for allowing me to be able to do this, and I will see you guys in the next video where I've got to find something to do with myself besides this. I can't do this anymore. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.